chat. So we're here. I'm doing the pre-stream posts. Yeah. Oh my gosh! I'll explain what's going on in a second. Let me get this get this post up, and then I got you. It's a little crazy in here right now, and it's fair. It's fair. It's very reasonable how it got this way, but we got to sort it out so that it's functional. And I can hear that my mic's a little quiet, so we'll boost you up. We'll give you some extra audio here. Pump that up. That should help it rock. I'll pump it up a couple decibels. Okay, you got double the volume now. Give you double the volume. Oh, I might have made it too loud. Hold on. Let me listen to that again. Yeah, I turned the gain on too high, eh? Alright, here we go. That should be more balanced enough. So then check. We're cooking. There we go, we should be cooking. Alright. Okay. Alright, we're rocking, dropping the link. Alright, y'all, so for whoever's watching, now we're on to this next step. What I'm trying to do today is we've got auction pickup coming up for tomorrow, actually. Straight up tomorrow. And it's a little bit chaotic, I ain't gonna lie. Over to the right of me is our opening space. I can show you the camera over there after. Well, why not right now? We had to open this bad boy up because you couldn't even walk in this space before. So I opened up the doorway, plus those tables that you see right behind me, right in the corner there. Those are all going to go out front immediately as soon as we get here. But all of our pickup items are behind that white screen that you see, one of our photography sets. And that photography set, bro, it's going to be such a headache. I gotta open this up. I stacked this up just now because some of these packing items I'm gonna put with the other packing items, and we're gonna figure it out. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. You gotta have faith. you gotta just pray it's gonna work, right? It's a little bit of chaos in here, but it will be functional. We'll get this thing cracking. I'm just making sure I got the pre-stream post going, as always, first. If you're a regular viewer, you know how much of a headache this pre-stream post thing is for me. You gotta have faith. Yo, shouts to Aline. Thank you for dropping in. Appreciate you. Nice to see you. Yeah, it's like... I'll have to have a talk with Big Patty when he's in here. Like, I'm not grumpy about it, especially because I end up in the same scenarios, right? Like, you should see my storage lockers, so it's not a demeaning critique. I'm not being hypercritical, but we have to, like, the volume we got in here, we just got to get it out the motherfucking door. Because it's too much. And we ain't going to be able to accommodate the long-term dream. More importantly, the part that freaks me out is we do have the ambitions of expanding this business, right? in its current state, there ain't no way. We're not gonna be able to, because you can't include any. You need someone with my skill set as well as his. Like doing the Jenga I did before I was live on stream. It's possible, but you can't expect to find staff members who have the same level of competency as you do at what your passions are or what your specific skill set is. And in this case, it's like, yeah, it's this is not workable by someone that we're just supposed to hire and pay on an hourly basis. Bro, because that's the thing. It's not even in the state for the open house right now. That's part of the issue. It's almost there, but it's not there yet. And it's because of this clutter. It's because we're not going to be able to open it. So we got to get the stuff out so that it's an organized system that we can like take in new stuff and just immediately process it into auction. Right now the complication is 100% based on the amount of clutter in here. So I think we start. I gotta break down this table. I gotta find a spot for this chair as part of the headache. And I'm not exactly sure. And how are you doing today, Aline? Bring in the summer sale? Maybe, but we're so out of the way is the problem. I gotta figure out where to put this chair for now. It's one of my headaches. It did not sell. Not exactly sure what to do with it. I'm going to return to it. We're going to put it aside and I'll put this away. So it's going to be like, open up this space in the corner. Then I'll move the camera around with me as I do this with y'all. And I need to then put everything away that I pulled out. So it needs to be like a happy middle ground of opening this space up. And then putting, I made more clutter. I got to make sure the clutter is condensed. And we should be rocking from there. These are all packing items, which isn't an issue, but let's break down this table first because someone did buy it, so that does help save some issues. Putting the fucking box right in the camera, too. You're good? You just applied to the TPL? Day by day vibes? Yo. There's so much stuff out there that would be fitting, and like, there's good gigs out there right now that are like, yeah, it wouldn't necessarily be art based, but at least you wouldn't. It's not McDonald's. So if you want to like swallow your pride a little bit, there are plenty. Like I was looking at a morning baker job that seemed fantastic. I would highly recommend also looking at the Job Bank website, the Canadian Job Bank. It's a little bit on this fucking table, eh? Legs don't come off, that's okay. Don't want to put this in front of the screen either. Okay. So we're gonna keep playing this Jenga. Okay. Stoned. Yo, so T-City's down to hop on Schedule 1 with us next week? You think T's down to complete the same save file? T's not as big of a dork as us, so we're well familiar with keeping up with news on new games and stuff. Should we start a new save file for him, or what should we do for there? No, I didn't see your Discord message. I'll have to check it out after. I'll even write that down to be sure. I'll make sure I don't fuck up checking that out. anything super important or just a meanie thing about our match. And then we've got Aleem. Okay, I'll check that one out too. Yeah, I was thinking about the Cadbury factory down the way. Well, a Cadbury factory would be good. I just mean there's like prep cook jobs, cleaning jobs, stuff that's like not shite. Like there's even a Kijiji one to just like clean people's balconies for $20 an hour part-time, which doesn't seem all that bad. I've applied for so many gigs, I'm starting to lose track. I applied to be like a valet. I applied to be a delivery driver. I hit everything up. I was like, let me just spam these job apps. The donuts one is like there's a job to be a baker for a donut shop from 5 a.m. to 10 to 1 p.m. which is like doesn't sound too bad, but the thing is like if I'm already considering a service job, I'd probably rather just get my smart serve so I can serve liquor again and then be a bartender, you know? It's like I feel like I'm wasting that morning. I may as well just take a night job where I can make tips instead, you know? So I would have no problem getting up at 5 a.m. to bake, and $20 an hour. Very fair pay. Very, very fair pay. But if I can just swap it and serve booze and make tips, it's like... Stone says nothing super important. I could probably just say it here. One of those trolls yesterday used his OG Twitch account. That Uncle Ben guy, but I tried to look him up this morning and he's not on Twitch no more, so I'm guessing he got the ban hammer. Yeah. I'm just like the trolls. I really am suspecting that it's someone that I know. They're making very like the way they're making derogatory comments is like, okay, it's got to be someone from like high school who's got beef. You know what I mean? Who doesn't like to see a man succeed doing what he's doing and being his own unique self because they just sit there and watch Twitch accounts. I'm like slightly suspicious, but I'm trying to not dwell on it because that's the entire point. They're trying to make me dwell on it, right? So, the Uncle Ben account was made in 2013. Yeah, because I noticed only one of the accounts yesterday had the potential ban evader flag. Aleem says, I'll check that out too. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I'll drop off a res there. Get the girls, I feel you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, the job bank is a good one. I'll send you another website that I've been using that helps collate some job options from across the platforms. The job bank is the best, I would say, in terms of as many as it has, but it's kind of fucking overwhelming. And it's hard to pick through that. The job bank has a lot of the grimy jobs that are like I wouldn't even necessarily recommend for you. And shouts to Stone. Thank you for reporting them. Again, I'm doing good at like staying humble about it, about these trolls, but it's like the fact that they're like so targeted and so disgusting. It's like there's no way you just think I'm like there's no way you're just trolling a random streamer with that. Is calling my grandma the N-word? It's like, what? It's like you're trying to... That's someone who's like trying to like get under my skin for a way more personal reason. There's no fucking way you're just an online troll. As Aleem says, the voyeur demographic, it seems. Yeah, they came in yesterday and they called my grandmother the N-word and then said I'm just trying to be a certain culture. Again, which is like weird. Oh, Aleem. That's totally fair. I get it. There's the leg is okay. It's nothing that we can do with the YouTubes, unfortunately. And then bartending, no, I wouldn't even. I'd be there to make money. I'd be there to make money and do good service. I don't particularly want to do it, but I'm kind of out of options. It's just the easiest way to make money, and I'm fucking good at it. It's just tiring, so like I still might maybe like instead of going to the bar after serving, I'll just go on and stream late at night. But then I'll be a little loopy, right? I'm not gonna be A+ streamer. I'll be a tired boy. You think it may be a femme? I don't think so. Those guys, they're talking like edgelords. They're talking like internet edgelords that definitely spend way too much time on Discord and online. Just the language that they're using is like very 2017. The way they're talking, I'm definitely doubting that they're kids. Yeah, really edgy, but they're like old. They're washed up edgy. They're like old people edgy. Like if it was young kids, they'd probably be calling me cringe and say like, "Oh, you're whack. What are you doing?" Like they would be like making fun of like my personality and what I'm doing and like how it's outdated and how I should just be playing fucking Tarkov or some shit. Tarkov even makes me sound old. But how I should be playing fucking Rivals or some shit. But the fact that it's the way that they're being rude and derogatory is like, yeah, you're an older, edgy person. It'd be sick if your bar let you stream. That'd be so fun and random. Yeah, exactly. It would be good. It would work. I do be watching this like Las Vegas sommelier that shares that stuff, and that would be kind of cool. At the very least, it gives me more stories to stream about. The thing about my hesitancy for it is it's very intellectually draining. So, in terms of being a creative, in terms of being a streamer, I need to then be on my P's and Q's for capacity. So this guy, I kind of want to turn it and put it here. But then this station is in the way, and there's minimal space, but it's so functional. I don't have any work at a bar yet, but that's I've been pacing myself. I applied for a whole bunch of gigs for part-time work to help just make ends meet so that I don't have to cover all the bases through the independent hustle. And it's starting to look like I was trying to apply to every alternative. I applied to be a FedEx driver. I applied to be a fucking valet. I applied for doing gardening. I've lost track of all the fucking jobs I applied for. But I've got already such a significant service resume. I've got literally 2 resumes because of my life experience. And it's getting to the point that like, because I'm trying to pick a job that I can still do what I do here and then also work. So it needs to either be early morning or at night. And when it comes to night jobs, there's not many. You have to be security guard, valet, or like server, bartender. So it's like looking like after I've explored all my options, I have to go back to the service industry because I need nights. And yeah, I got no problem driving a whip, so I was like, alright, I'll be a FedEx driver. I'm humble about it. I was hoping to get like a manual labor job, right? Like some sort of, so I can be physically tired and then be able to come back and do the creative stuff and talk on camera with y'all. And just be physically pooped. Instead of like mentally pooped from being a server. But it's just that same time issue. It doesn't look like I'd be able to get a labor. Like if I could do construction in the evenings, that would be fantastic. I would gladly go slave my butt away in the evenings, but that just doesn't exist, right? So I'm in that like tricky spot of like I prefer to do labor. I'd be totally fine doing labor, but there's nothing that physically is out there, at least easy to get on short notice. And the other part that does help with the job hunt of what it's reminding me of is my fallback plans that I'm very grateful for. I did all that work to go to college, to get my degrees, to make sure I fucking earned my goddamn stripes in this world. That it's like, okay, when I see the jobs that are like my communications profession or media management or social media management or communications consultant, the issue is they're all full-time jobs, if not they're part-time jobs that again take up the daytime. And I need to do like 2 days during the week and 1 day on the weekend. Right? Or 1 day during the week and 3 evenings or something like that. But if I take a traditional media job, even if it's work from home, set my own hours, I need to go to meetings during the day. And I need to be available during the day versus that's tougher to do while I'm on stream or I'm helping clear out an estate or a house for this business. So that's not functional. But when I'm looking at like, because I earned my stripes, I put in that goddamn work. That's why I did everything that I did. Was to make sure I have, because my whole childhood I grew up with no fallback plan. I had no fallback plan, and that's why I did the schooling. I put in my time as a communications manager. I did those jobs at the nonprofits because now I'm set. I'm set in terms of if this all fails, the jobs I can get start at $60K. So I'm making minimum $60K a year full time doing my professional career, and it is, as much as I'm like stressed right now trying to find a position, it's a good reminder seeing all those jobs being like, okay, I did the right move because I'm if it all falls apart, I don't need to panic because the exact career field that I'm in, there are a large amount of jobs that I know I'd be able to get. It could be doable. They all use Slack, which is just the business person's Discord. It's Discord for people who don't know what Discord is. Man, and I love this space. I can navigate all this chaos. I think someone like an Aleem or even a Stone, you guys could navigate this chaos. But in terms of being able to find a staff member in the future, setting it up so someone's running this warehouse while I'm at my part-time job or we're picking an estate, it's not functional right now. And it's just brass tacks. And it's not in a degrading way to either of us. It's just not, it's simply not functional. You have to be used to the bullshit to be able to make it work. And I'm okay with it. Doesn't make me mad at Patty, again, let me clarify that. It does not make me grumpy with them at all. But it just simply is not okay in terms of the long-term planning that we're hoping to do in the future, right? That's solid though. Have that fall back. Yeah, exactly. With their time, so you can get a job with that profession. Yeah. And there's plenty. So it's this catch-22. I'm like, oh fuck, it sucks that I'm in this tough spot now. Yada yada. But it's like the more I look, the more I'm like, I made all the right calls because. Yeah, 2 years from now, a year from now, none of this works. I can still stream. I can still do the eBay stuff. And I have an $80K a year job, no problem. Like, Aleem sent me along a job that was for another arts nonprofit that was willing to pay like $100,000 a year to help manage their video production and photography production. And I'm mad qualified. I've got the portfolio for it. Like a lot of those jobs, I feel very confident I could get. Right now, I'm waiting to hear back from the Toronto Library. The job that I want most is probably that one where it was a clerk / handyman, caretaker / clerk. So I would be like helping the front desk, but also just repairing all the shit in the library. And it just seems the most, it's got great part-time hours. It's set up well in that capacity. And then $27 an hour. And I'll gladly bust my behind and go to the library and do some repairs as well as do the clerk thing. I'm talking about my service industry resume. Yeah, I can help people at the library, no problem. No problem. That sounds fantastic, actually. And it tickles the same itch as the reason why I work in the nonprofit industry. But just, I've been telling Aleem, I've been telling other homies. The one thing about job applications in the modern era is like you have to be okay with rejection. And now I'm like extremely okay with rejection because I'm a creative in 2025. So I'm very, very used to and okay with the fact of like getting no's or creating something that people don't like. It was a very active, it's something you have to be able to handle as a creative in this era. But applying for jobs, if you're applying for jobs in 2025, you've got to be ready. Even if you have the big resume that I was just talking about with the fallback plans. Mic is all fuzzy. Okay. Mic is all fuzzy. Excuse the noises, I'm going to do that. I'm going to double check this. Check, check, check. Check, check. Check, 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 check. I've got it daisy chained. I need to buy an extra long XLR cable. It's fully XLR cable based. Thank you, boys. Thank you, boys. I've got 2 XLR cables plugged into that one mic, so the connection can get interference in it. But again, just job apps 2025, you got to be ready. You got to apply to like minimum 10 a week and just kind of accept like you're going to get rejected by more than half of them, which I know a lot of people have a fear of rejection, so it's very fair that that's difficult, but it fucking is what it is. Is what it is. Those are in case clients want them. This I have to throw up here. These are all my old photography parts. But appreciate the tech hookups, y'all. Appreciate it big time. Just casual hang as I finish up this Jenga. I've got access to most of the items back here now, which is exactly what I needed. Just we packed this shit way too tight this time around. And I'm gonna need the space to be able to like move around getting it all ready, right? It's probably move number 2 is that I'm setting this space up with some of the auction lots for pickup. But this is already, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with it as it is. It's just tough when you're doing this like Jenga. You're like wasting so much time just thinking about where things need to be. And it's not an efficient use of your time. Oh man, I can't wait to get all this shit out of here tomorrow. Okay, so we're looking okay. I'm gonna start cleaning up this table a little bit for sure. This guy I gotta hide somewhere. This is just more packing materials. Sounds like you need a stone to organize. Yeah, we would need like a stone. Like, ideally, we would pay someone like you to just hang out here all day, organize, and put like 5 items into the auction. That's like the ideal position we would want to be in. Like, that's like the crew in the future. If we got money, right? I want a Stone to mod, I want an Aleem in the warehouse, and then I want a Panda to edit my videos. Ideally, that's the ideal work team. I would include Raza in the team if he didn't have his own little dreams. But he's just got to pull the trigger. Raza's got to actually jump on what he's got to get his freelancing portfolio up, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to take some of this bubble wrap for my shipping, I'm not going to lie. I'm stealing some of this. Man, give me a scissor, give me a knife, give me something sharp. It's kind of wild how tight that is. Dude, it would be so fresh. It's like, yeah, that's my goal. That's why I got you guys all on the wings right now. I'm like hoping, but I need the finances first. And again, content-wise, the content's all there. If I had mods, if I had a team set up, and we had more money, I already had some income, so this place is rigged with wireless cameras. So then I just rock in. All the cameras are set up in the corners. Fire that bad boy on. Right now, I bring the one camera from home. I've got 2 USB extenders hooked up to the camera. I've got the Scarlett TI2 XLR microphone set up from Aleem, and then I've got 2 conference room mics that I set up. I've got one at the other side and one facing me on the table. It's like, if I can streamline all that, and I know how to, but I need $2,000 to be able to afford all the fucking equipment. Pretty dope though. Raza got to go to LA for work. No, it's true. It's true. I don't press him about business too much because he doesn't press me about business. I just am curious if he had to pay for the flight or not. But yeah, he's still on all those lists. And the part that I am pressing him about, that I always bug him, from the days that we're doing MIM, like, he should have his own like Substack or Medium account, and probably and then freelance the articles out from his own platform rather than work for a company. And then at the very least, if he's not working for a company, say we're playing Schedule 1, rather than wait for your boss to assign you Schedule 1 tutorials, just write your own Schedule 1 tutorials and then get them freelanced out. And then he can just make a TikTok. All he has to do is capture the gameplay of us playing last night and then do a quick voiceover of like, oh, this was my experience with my boys playing Schedule 1 for the first time. And there you go. You've got a fucking grand old TikTok. Oh, it looks like I had a bitrate drop. Oh, no. So, okay, it's just the one computer. All right. Oh, no, we did. What's up? We're back. Sorry, y'all. It seems like we had a cut in and out, huh? It's the other downside of this unit. We got Wi-Fi issues at the unit. Apologies, y'all. Apologies. Very inconsistent bitrate. He's going to LA, dresses like a hipster from those ends. Oh, yeah, totally. God damn, bro. My Wi-Fi's. Not my Wi-Fi's. What is my bitrate at currently? 2000. Okay, that's okay. The main PC. Yeah, downside of the warehouse, bro. I need the Wi-Fi working and more consistent, right? But it be what it be. We here, we rockin'. Put this fucker away. This is a good bin. Later. Lots of Jenga, lots of lifting. So this I can all get in here good enough now. This is acceptable to me. I didn't need it to be perfect. Just needed it not to be hell. I need to get that table. I got 2 tables that I need to hide in preparation. This guy actually I'm going to put behind this photo curtain. It'll also be out of your face. Got a message from someone? Who's the message? I'm getting YouTube comments on all those golf videos. It's cool to see. I get people of all those ages come in and comment on those old golf videos. Sincerely old folks who like grew up watching some of them. Okay. Is it supposed to rain tomorrow? Because if so, then a lot of this is going outside first thing in the morning. Toronto weather forecast. %10 of rain at noon. Okay, that's fine then. And this table's also going outside in the morning. We got a nice IKEA table over here. And the one chair that didn't sell. That's my complication. I don't know where to put the chair that didn't sell. I'm gonna stack them on this boy, I think. Should be able to make that work. But yeah, interesting times overall. That's why I'm like trying to apply for a job that allows me some freedom. Because especially also if I'm serving, then I'll quit a serving job, no problem. If I'm just like working at a bar and this shit starts working, like it's working enough. The issue is I'm breaking even, right? That part I'm fine talking about on the internet. I'm breaking even through the hustles, but I'm in my 30s. Breaking even means I'm going into more debt. I need to be putting money away and paying off debts. I can't just be breaking even, and the longer that I just dilly-dally on that, the harder my scenario gets. Bruh. What's up? I got it pretty good. I'm finishing the last of the Jenga right now.
Okay.
And I'll set up lots. Again, I wasn't being too anal. I just cleaned up that front area.
Considering all the numbers have been like re-swatched, it's just going to be your intimate
it is what it is, and I'll have
knowledge.
this computer set up so that I can look up stuff based on this
When you
name.
move this over, wow.
I pulled everything out. I left some of the mess that mess
So strong,
is
eh?
cleared after. Yeah. I got you.
I guess you maybe thought I wasn't going to make it.
I didn't think you were gonna make it.
Hey, you weren't the only one.
I didn't think you were
Hey,
gonna.
look at us, couple of boys in blue, huh?
You know, we got big flex.
Yeah, no, that's good.
Then I figured just all these tables. I just checked the weather report. All these tables and the organ outside as soon as we get in the morning.
Yeah, maybe not the organ. We want to let them move it. It's pretty heavy. We don't want to hurt ourselves.
I was able to push it around. Is that heavy? I was able to push it around without much of a problem.
Bad.
Well, I'd be humbled. I just...
Yeah, it looks great though. Yeah, we can put it all out, especially all this shit.
This is all I was thinking, as I said. I wasn't
I'm not
trying to be
playing the organ,
anal.
you know? You got a couple final tickles of the ivory. It went for $190.
I know. Which I knew it was with money. I knew it was good enough.
It's just shocking because you see those come up often and they don't sell at all.
I think it's the categories of the instruments helped.
Yeah, $190 though.
But, yeah. That's all I was thinking. I just wanted to open it up so that I can do some of the lots now. And then tomorrow I just don't have to... It's all set up. I don't have to fucking fiddle fart in the morning.
Yeah, we can take a look at the invoices. But I did a pretty good cleanup, eh?
Ah, pretty good.
It was not bad. The problem is that I had to bring stuff in immediately. And the problem again is like, frig, I just have a van load of stuff in my van right now. But it's all good.
It's... Yeah, let me get this. I gotta figure out where this goes, and then
What is it?
the collapsible clothing racks.
I'll collapse them all the way.
You'll collapse them all the way? Alright, then I'm gonna leave them with you to collapse all the way.
Yeah, I can do that. I was gonna leave them completed for people to see.
Well, I only took the tops out if you want.
Did the people who bought those buy anything else?
Didn't check. But I'll just set them over by the tables. They don't take that much space.
I love being able to just put together people's lots like well in advance before you get here.
It's a good idea.
Except for not knowing when they're going to come to pick it up. And it could be.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm just gonna go top down until the table's full. Call it a day on that. Who's in the building? Yeah, it's Big Daddy. Big Daddy Smoke Cane Westerns.
Bop, 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 bop. What up, bruh?
That's, I think, like next week we just gotta get listing right away and just get rid of as much stuff as we can.
Yeah.
And just so we can intake more and just clear out the junk. I don't want to call it junk. Let me be more respectful, but
The fucking shit, bro?
yeah, just all the shit.
Let's look at these invoices. And how easy that's going to be to like.
That's why I got the laptop pulled up so I can. your green bin's over there. I noticed that white bin. That was the one that I didn't know what it was.
This?
Yeah.
This was it's kind of like $5 stuff at the last sale.
So.
But I think it's actually better. Like I think I should process a lot of it as $8 stuff at the time.
Okay, because I did block that shelf off. Otherwise, I would have put it over there.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right. And this is already okay for me. I wanted to put away the mess that I made, and then I was going to start on the lots. Was my scheme right now. Otherwise, hallway's clear. I put more plastic bins with plastic bins.
Yeah, that looks good.
The 2-level table is just underneath the clothes over there, and all the books are in the back.
Oh, that's where you put that. That's good.
I just hid it back there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So it's out of the way once we move all this shit out.
That's 2-level table.
Did you find the other one that I brought in here? The bookshelf was the one that was too heavy for me. I was like, and I'm not taking all the fucking books out, so that's why it's.
No, that's exactly where I wanted to move
Okay.
it.
That was the one I was like, I can't fucking pick that up, and I'm not
Because
taking
people
all
are
the
going to go
books out.
through this. People are going to come in, they're going to like peruse books and be like, good.
I hope. I was just like, I'm not. That was the one that
And
I'm
then we
too
can-
lazy.
In this next auction, we could just go through and make a bunch of like book lots. I think they could do well.
I don't know. I guess now we know clothes art. Let's see if the books work.
Well, random like no good, not no good clothes, but just like unbranded.
Okay. Chair. We go back now.
Oh, okay, speed your way.
Yeah, I'm done the annoying parts, so I have to put it away now. We came at a good time when I've done all the big moving of shit.
I was watching your live stream and just waiting until you finished and didn't need my help anymore.
Yeah. I was gonna throw these and this in that back corner for now, unless you have a better idea at the moment.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I just figured it was the best for the moment.
This has blankets in it?
That has blankets in it, that has something in it, and the small purple one has more blankets.
Lunchtime.
I know, yes, that would be that.
Yeah. So those all signed, we just can go back over the front.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. I just needed that space earlier.
You want me to unpack this right now, is what you're saying?
Why? If you want to, I've done all the annoying stuff, so.
Ooh, what sort of treasure is in here? We never even know yet.
Oh, that's probably
What are these? Ooh, nice. Look at those logos.
Oh yeah, those are my gamer nap alarms.
Sterling? What? Look at those beauty fucking sterling handles, bro. That's unexpected.
Old school fast too.
Wow. That's heavy.
Where'd you see this thing?
Wow. That's good way to start. And then little Pluto. Little Pluto boy.
It's a cute Pluto.
Whatever you guys are looking for.
Those are nice. Those are probably auctionable just as they are.
Yeah, I guess, eh? But they're probably acorn.
Yeah, if not. I saw it was creeping other Maxwell auctions and Sterling wasn't doing quite good.
Yeah, but I guess like the crazy thing is that acorn takes 20% only. Right?
Yeah.
It's like Max sold is just taking too much. So I'm not gonna unpack this now. This is gonna be too crazy. This is gonna be
I don't want to crush these puppets because they're so good.
right on top of it.
Done.
stuff didn't sell, eh?
What stuff? You listed
Oh,
it?
that.
Even
Oh, it
though
wasn't in
that's
the
an
auction.
Right. That one was piled in the back corner of the photo area.
You want to just leave that like that?
For now, I'm thinking functionality right now. Once the place is empty, then our early next week is like, okay, what's listed next? Let's fucking empty it all.
Is this empty?
No.
Pretty light stuff. Feels really light. Oh, this is. This came from there?
That's one of your old bins for sure. It's again.
Forward to this next big clothing blowout.
Just go and sell them all at Trudy Bellwoods. I was just literally gonna stack that, but
I guess I did message Barb. I should just record it now.
yeah, I'm gonna switch it up. I'll put that big one somewhere else and put it
The Buddha head. I'm gonna arrange those so they're not like looking like a dumpster pile of stuff.
Well, have you seen this fucking place?
Yeah.
The entire place looks like a dump of a pile of stuff.
No.
Yes,
It's very organized. To the unknowing person. But check this out.
What?
I found all these records on the street yesterday.
Oh, really? With the sleeves and everything?
When I was talking to you.
Yeah, I don't think they're any fancy, but they're still.
They're not. I know. They came from Neurotica. He throws stuff out. I was like, bam, that's an auction lot.
Yeah, auction lot, or just slap $5 on all of them and put it in Bazaar. Just $5, get them out of here. I found these ones in that pile. I was gonna ask.
That's
if they'd
those are spaces. That's his dad's. Her dad was a musician.
Put them by the desk then, if you don't.
I'll get him to come. Oh, hide it back at the front. I'll take it. Right, so we can just put these clothing racks out. Put all this stuff out.
That was my intention, yeah. We just take all of those tables over there in the corner there.
Yeah.
And then just immediately, like, you do the signs, get the signs and stuff ready. I'll make sure this is on and pack up some lots.
I'll have this clear off. This is going to be our email sign up.
Well, since you showed up, that's nice, because otherwise that was going to be my next task. So we'll do it for you.
And I finished my Patty's pop-up sign.
Okay.
You like that? You like my peas? I had to make those
Oh, okay. Good piece.
with electrical tape.
Yeah, you wouldn't
on
notice.
the blank card stock because they don't have enough peas for Patty's pop-ups.
You did good. I wouldn't have noticed.
Not too bad.
But yeah, I think it's like you come tomorrow in case you're delayed because of kid. You set up the signs, and then you just throw these tables outside immediately. Put little, just even a taped on paper sign saying these are for pickup, just in case this scrap. Because we already had the one scrapper run by one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
To make sure it's like these are sold, do not take.
Yeah.
And then this space is totally opened up, and then we're functional already.
Alright, I like it. So
I just gotta figure out where to put these linens in this big red bag. And then otherwise all the clutter I took out of the corners, good. I navigated okay. Okay.
because it's like this area is going to be totally off limits. So I'm okay with like building that out a bit more. Because that's almost where I've stashed some stuff. And like this is the next activity.
Like, yeah, that's, I think the next week focus should really be like, come in at least one day, sort out what's going in, and then I come in another day or two and just start listing immediately to the next one with the shelving space that we have available. Because that's the... We're teasing about the space being cluttered, and this is...
I mean...
How do I word it? I want to make sure I'm not coming off too hot. I'm very okay with it. Even with me puttering this morning, digging through the Jenga that you created in that corner.
Yeah.
I can do it, but I just stand by that stance of like, you can't expect a perfect employee. So if we really want to expand, we got to have some sort of system down so that we don't have to Jenga, because we won't be able to, like, me and you can handle that. That wasn't overwhelming for me, but we have someone we're paying $20 an hour to dig through that shit. And we're going to be wasting our time explaining what the fuck is going on in that corner.
For sure. I mean, very select work for employees here.
You know what I mean? So, like, I'm not upset saying it was too chaotic, but it's also like...
I mean, it's a part of the business.
You know, fucking
That's
figure
it.
out a system so that it doesn't have to happen that way.
It's why I can't hire people, you know? Because there's just, it's impossible to get them to do tasks other than data entry.
Yeah.
You know, they're not the ones that are dealing with that. That's purely a executive. Like here, that goes over here.
This is ideal.
Yeah, right into that spot.
If you want to, you can. Otherwise, you can. And that's the last of the shit that I took out of there.
Just because this is where I'll be tackling it next.
Yeah. So it's like, it wasn't too bad per se. It was just a big reminder as bad as it was tearing it apart. It's like, there's no fucking way we can explain to
Well, you
someone else how to
wouldn't.
do
You
this.
wouldn't know. If you don't even know, then somebody else is going to have a way further no clue idea of stuff that I've stashed back there.
Yeah. And I was able to sort through it and go, okay, this is this, or I can tell these are the books that he probably wants to donate. Oh, here's another box of stuff that I can tell that he's undecided about, but it's probably a donation box. So I pulled them out in the hallway.
You
And,
just
I
throw this right into the garbage bin.
was going to go out for a smoke, so I'll put it by there.
Yeah, I'll carry it out. We'll just leave it there. Oh, right, because there were all those books over there.
Yeah, I just shoved them all back there, because otherwise we didn't really have much. We're kind of out of shelving space and stuff right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise I didn't go too crazy. Just pulled that out and I cleaned up the milk crates. I stacked them even higher in the corner. Any of the extra plastic bins are with the plastic bins.
Yeah, that's
Aleem says, I swear you should have a little organization hang to help y'all with moving things around, play some music, order some Zaws, and get her done in a few hours. And then we also have Wastoid in the chat. Wastoid well knows that, sorry Aleem. Although a fantastic idea. I'll take a little bit of responsibility. I won't put the full onus on Patty, but it's a little neurotic in that there are, although it doesn't look like it, there are sections. So when it comes to like an organization party, it's also like half the day will be just telling people where things go. And
there's no organization party. The only way you clear the chaos is you have to process. You can't just organize. That's a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to come through here, then it's like, you know, it's all just the processing work.
I think there's like...
Because you can't just keep moving stuff from one, even if you're creating collections, it's like, that's not what's important here. It's like, you need to decide what happens with something. If you're going to sell it, then you need to like, put to be sold. Or like, for a lot of this stuff, it's like you're just pricing it. You're going to just go through it. There's nothing to organize or like.
I think there's space for it, but we just gotta like pump out the next two auctions just like big and fast and just first pause and just get them out of here.
Yeah.
Aleem says, also I did work on Adelaide and Spadina some years for an independent biz, sold vintage jerseys, band tees, memorabilia. Yeah, bro, one day we just need the finances. You're on the list. You're on the list, especially if you're working on the part-time job.
Oh yeah, a lot better.
Easy money for those. Those are eating money after.
It's a lot better than last time for sure, Chris.
Yeah. We're working on it. I just cleared out a bunch of space here, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be beauty when all this shite's gone.
Yeah, because right now that auction space corner is packed up with the current one, and that's what waste already came in here later. This is like, I just opened it up so that we can clear it out. But all these, like, one, two, three sets of shelving units just taken up with our current auction, and other junk that can also go into the next one. So once this one's out the bloody door, then we can just put that stuff in immediately. And looks like a flea market kind of vibe, bro. It kind of is. It kind of ends up that way. And Waste Story asks, how was the last auction? I would say good, satisfactory.
Nailed it. I think it's like the best outcome you could get. Really. Like, unless we were like Wonderkins, right? Wunderkins?
Wunderkins.
Then it's just like we just turned all this stuff, except for 30 unsold lots, into like $2,000.
I think I'm still very satisfied. I'm still happy. But I think it's like once we have that audience developed, that could have easily been 340.
Yeah, with
but
just a few more people bidding, right? Like,
not upset, right? That's
yeah.
So I am happy with it. I just do, and it's great, the progression. Like, as we did the $150 auction in November and completely flopped, and it's showing the transition of us having the consistency already. So in terms of that aspect, it's like you cannot complain, because it's like we did a everything auction in November, and that one did not make us enough money, and this hit the mark.
I think Chris wants this for his personal collection.
Little doggies.
Chris, this can be for you if you want. Peace offering.
Yeah.
Be my dog, bro.
How do I keep switching I'm doing it manually right now, bro. I got the camera on the tripod, and every time we walk to a different corner, I just pick it up and turn it. But I've got two condenser mics. Like, I've got two conference microphones miking the room. So that's also how I got one pointed to this corner and one pointed to the other side of the room. So that's how you can, like, hear us as we walk around. That's my broke boy way. Again, I'll always brag about that. That was like one of my big brain moments as I was trying to figure out how to stream in a room without having to explain people microphone habits or staple them onto people. I was like, conference rooms. How the fuck do they microphone conference rooms? And I was like, oh yeah, those have to exist. And then I was like, oh yeah, they do. So I'm just gonna use conference room microphones. Wastoid is memeing, and he says he'll take 250 cassettes.
Ha!
Instead of the painting.
Yeah, I think there's more than 250 in that collection.
I think he's taking a tax for the headache.
What headache?
Yeah. Yeah, what headache? What happened?
Mm-hmm.
We have audio cassette tapes, but that is already on my end of list for the day, because one of my friends is plays in a metal band, and he's willing to pay for them because he wants to put demos on them. So we do have audio cassette tapes.
Somebody wants to buy them?
Yeah, he wants to buy them, one of my friends.
That's sweet.
So I was gonna, them, I should say. They are, they,
That's
them,
a good idea.
not a he. But I
To make
noticed-
like little mixtape demo tapes.
Yeah, full grime grunge punk, like crust punk, grimy style person.
We'll buy a lot. Pay a lot for those tapes.
They pay a lot for those tapes, and it's just because since like 10 years ago when they shut down all the record factories. Now it's so expensive and such a long wait to get records produced as a small band. So they're all backed up for like a year and a half. Wastoid said he just scored 120 buttons, 50 VHS, and an insane amount of CDs. Wow. Take care, God, take care of me.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's
we should
fantastic.
bring them on here. We should process them. Like, you can come and have fun with all these cassettes. If you want to partake in the cassette party, you can come process these and make some money, bro.
Or if not, like the other side of like what we try to offer to Aleem and other folks is like If you're sick of being at home, bro, you're welcome to sit on that couch in the corner and work on the. You can price the stuff out on the couch and just hang. You don't necessarily have to be scheming with us. You use it as a workspace, and that's totally okay here. Let's see, can I make it to the webcam? I think I can. And then I'm gonna step outside.
Buttons are sweet.
I didn't make it. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to step outside. I am also going to eat for a second, and then I'm going to start batching up lots on the table.
I'm moving out the unsold stuff.
That would be fantastic. Where are you going to put it?
In the dumpster. We'll put it outside on pickup day. People can make us offers.
Just put a paper sign and just say unsold. Where are you going to put it right now, though? And I'm not being anal. I'm just curious. I want to make sure I'm not.
It'll depend on what it is.
Okay.
I'm just moving it around like this. TV. What do you want to do with it?
That's the unsold one.
Unsold.
Unsold
Fucking
beast.
beast. Beastly, eh? It turned on, but it just when it doesn't get any split.
From it, what?
It's an
HDMI?
old plasma.
Oh, so it's just busted? Plasma plugged out?
So garbage it. Just put it in
That
the
one,
dumpster.
if you're saying, yeah, if it's unsold and it didn't take any HDMI, then yeah, just put it by the dumpster. I would agree with that then.
So like we can get this out because that opens up a lot of space.
Yeah. Because it's not worth eBay and people don't buy those TV parts, so like cannibalizing it is also not worth it. It's just.
We'll put it with the furniture up there. Like a scrap metal person will come and take it.
For sure, yeah. There's a lot of good scrap in the boards inside.
Is this worth keeping?
It is kind of unique. I'm being a bit of a hoarder, but it's kind of cool. I like it.
That's hardcore, right?
Yeah, clasp on your
So you don't
power
actually
phone.
like pull it out of
Yeah.
the TV without pulling the TV off the wall.
I like it. So I'll leave the camera on for you. I'm gonna put a BRB on the screen. Have some, I'm gonna hop inside, use the bathroom, and then yeah, I'm gonna eat, and then I'll set up lots, and then there you go. I got the task done for the day. I just wanted to open up that space in the front hall space, and I'm happy.
Billy bought a lot of stuff again. He spent $200. He bought the VHS player, and I was like, "Oh, amazing! I found the remote."
Oh,
I was like, "I'm really happy to give the remote to you. You want to give me a hand with this TV?"
Yeah, sure.
I'm like, "Oh yeah." It's not actually on. Like it's on the stand now, but it was missing those bolts, so we can make it off the stand.
This is like old plasma, this guy. No way.
Exactly. Liquid solid magma. Yeah, I'm interested in meet with this client where she's at the end. She's like, I wish I had known of you like a month ago. Already got rid of like everything.
just be too ahead, and we're always rushing out of here on the day, right?
That's why I ended the auction at 4.
You did, good.
I was like,
Then we might potentially have time for one game if you did end it at 4.
that's good. That clears out a big empty space there.
Yeah, we might potentially have time for one game, but next week I want to, not just because the finances, I just want to get at it right away.
Yeah.
Just to make more space, not necessarily, again, I just want to clarify that I'm not feeling overwhelmed, but it's like we do have to just get rid of volume immediately.
Yeah. And it's like either sell it or based on what we've been seeing, just throw it out. It's not worth our time.
Again, that's just
And that might only happen now. It might be worth our time later, but this time it's not worth our time.
we just gotta, because we're already getting the
Like
fines.
something like this can just be shut down.
Yeah, if we're already getting the fines, just fucking do it or don't and get it gone. If we're trying to keep with the ethical junk removal, then yeah, maybe we'll take all as much as we can of Valley Village or whatever.
Christmas.
If you want to fuck around task for today, we can do that, or if we're bored tomorrow, but
Yeah.
it doesn't look like we'll have Christmas tree time today.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to the bathroom, stepping outside.
Yeah.
And the heater was weird today. It was on,
Yeah.
but it wasn't blasting any heat. It was just blowing cold air out.
I think they might have stopped doing the heat for the season.
Oh, why the fuck is the thing still on?
Like this isn't on.
I turned it off.
I see.
Like it was on when I came in, but not pushing any heat.
Right. Yeah,
I just
It
thought
was, it was the same the other day, but then the day before that, it wasn't on at all. And so I was like, oh, because it's got warm, she stopped paying for heat.
probably that's just it.
But then it did come back on. But yeah,
It made no sense in pushing nothing, but still using electricity.
Whew. So did none of the clothes sell, other than none of these sold?
I don't think we're getting any of them, no. I would just throw them in your $5 bins to take to market.
I would just donate them, other than the golf shirts. Maybe even those two.
It's kind of your call. I'm just also. I am big fan of throw in the bin and just like tell us $2 to $5 and make me an offer. But even then it's more weight in your vehicle and gas.
Yeah, I think we've got enough of that, and that'll come, and it's just not. We're not like that desperate for.
No, none of them sold.
Yeah.
Alright, I'll be right back. Alright, y'all. Back.
So the person who bought this Sonax table also bought this.
Okay. And again, I checked the weather report, so we should be okay. I hate the pups.
No. Yes. You could take that towards the door though. We'll take that out today. We'll just leave it outside.
No pup sale?
What's that?
No pup sale?
No, they didn't sell. So, this is the very first guy on the list, but it's unpaid as of yet. $10. That's great. I'll sell that again.
Yep. Thank you. Does it say a lien? Was it a lien?
No.
Okay.
There's Caleb Anderson.
Alright.
Yeah, because I'll take all the clothes with me today. Just load them in my van.
Okay, well, thank you, because I was debating about making an extra stop either today or tomorrow, so. Uh-huh. Thank you for taking them, because I was going to make an extra stop today or tomorrow, so that's helpful.
Oh, to do donation?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to try to give them in Kensington, but because
Scroll on D while it happens. Snacks. I'm going to reorganize my list and get those going.
so I'll put one of those Copley piggy banks, the one that isn't broken. I put that in Bazaar.
Oh,
Sell. Can't believe those didn't sell.
I know.
That jewelry box too would go well in Bazaar.
Jewelry box was in Bazaar. Actually, both of them were in didn't sell.
Yeah.
Jewelry
those.
box, I thought it's up to you.
How
If
much
not,
was
I
it?
was going to donate it.
How much was it? Oh, I'll have to see it in person. I mean, I feel like you put
It's
like
nice,
$8
actually.
on it.
Yeah.
Like how much did you have it at?
I think I had it at like 15 or 20, so I probably had it priced too high.
Yeah. Cable boxes.
Floral delivery walker.
I'm sad about that table. That big melamine table.
Oh, you just don't want to get rid of it?
Oh, I'm sad that it sold for so little. I would have kept it.
The gold.
No.
Oh,
no.
this, yeah.
What was
They
it,
only
like
bought that though,
$3?
isn't it? The potential that they don't show up. I'll pull it up too.
Billy almost bought that wooden sleigh, that vintage wooden sleigh, to give to me
Oh my god.
for Margot. I was like, so pissed off.
Yeah.
I wasn't pissed off if you did that. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. I don't want that at all. I had it. It was mine. We don't want it.
I love this irony. Yeah, my grandma Fran was going through that because she does an auction for charity every year.
Yeah.
And she was like expressing the same. She's like, all these people come back to me. She's like, oh, I bought this for you. I bought that for you. She's like, no, I don't want it. Take it away. Like, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that you thought I would like it. But the purpose of the auction is that I don't want this stuff.
Exactly. So then there's also Billy, right? William Logan, or what's his name on this?
It must be Billy.
Yeah, it was Billy Logan. So that's everything he bought. He probably will not be picking up on Saturday. So we can create his.
Like maybe if you want to do that now, you can pull this aside, or we
Like
just.
if we get a shelf empty, like let's say this one up here, will be pretty. Oh yeah, sorry you can't see, but one of the shelf, when that's empty, then we can put his stuff on. Like I'll do that.
Okay.
That'll be out of the way because that's a lot of stuff that he bought.
I agree. Yeah. Oh, just Mondays. I think. Damn.
That's so shit. He bought a lot of stuff that he thinks he can resell. He's like, I was looking this up on eBay. It's like Bailey had it on eBay, bro.
Which one? Stamp booklet, maybe. Oh, the Star Wars and the figures. Then yeah, no. All that is no. Yeah, those are not. Didn't sell. I'll do my cost spreadsheet again, and you'll have to go over with a little bit more of a careful eye this time, just in case it was like mixing up anything that was yours versus from the estate.
Sure.
Like it never happened and now we were nothing.
Do you like these curtains? Like I did use them to like hide a finished shelf. And it looked kind of nice. Otherwise it's a donation thing.
I think donate unless you're stuck to that idea, then.
I mean but it's one of those things is that you don't really need it.
Yeah.
So just let it go because if you ever want it, you can get it for free.
There are so many others right now too. No, I don't have 2 words. Actually, let's check this.
Do you think you can print from this printer thing that I have?
Possibly. It depends on the drivers, but there is a good chance. I would say I'll give you a 60-40 that it works.
Over under 20. That's what it should never have been $50. That was ridiculous. I was an idiot. It should always be the over under 20 game. Because that's our goal, right?
I agree. You had a little bit of ego on that.
Definitely.
Cowboy.
But the funny thing, and that's why I wish it had been over under 20, is because it landed at 20. I was like, oh, that would have been perfect.
I would have. That wouldn't have taken the bet if you said 20.
Yeah.
And the chat was even saying the same. They're like, yeah, we get how it's art, but yeah, no, Dad, we think you're totally. You can't tell. It just looks like it's something you got out of a store one day.
I did. I bought that at Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yeah, it's really looking like I'm gonna have to suck it up and just get my smart serve in the next week or two and just take a fucking serving job. I didn't want to. I wanted to avoid it, but it's the most optimal. There was a good job that I was looking at to be a baker at a donut shop from
Yeah.
like 5 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Yeah.
That would also be least invasive for this hustle.
Yeah.
But then it's like the $20 an hour does make the wage way more competitive, or it could be a server and make not a lot more, but more than that in tips than the extra $3 an hour to wake up at 5 a.m. in the morning and bake fucking donuts. Which seems like an okay job, or I could just suck it up and be a bartender or server again. And the tips are way more comparable to that $20 an
You know,
hour.
with the smart serve though, you can also try to get into like events, but I guess that's
Oh, it's damn, yeah. That's it.
more daytime stuff. Because I used to do some event surveying.
Yeah, and there's banquet servers, and there's like a million service jobs that accommodate our schedule and my ability to be able to do other work versus it's hard to find a normal ass job that gives me either night hours or early morning hours that's comparable.
And then we sold for $1. I actually didn't sell it, like we just smashed the last one. No one's gonna come to pick that stuff up.
What?
These
No?
are bells for $1.
I don't know. I've been pessimistic about how many people come to pick up stuff, and then we've had it. Whenever we have pickups here, it's a decent amount of them actually come for their dollar items.
Yeah.
Whew. Yeah, Liam, if you're still watching, there's mad sandwich artist jobs. You want to be a sandwich artist. Free food, bro. I swear to God, it's just like Subway is just constantly hiring.
Subway?
Yeah,
Ooh, I love Subway.
I can't eat Subway.
You can't?
No, something about the chemicals that they spray their meat with. My stomach just fucking implodes. I used to love it as a kid too. I used to get fucking sweet onion chicken teriyaki. God damn, I love that shit.
Okay, do you want to go through these invoices a little bit with me while I'm just starting to put them away? Just I can tell you so that you know as well. Or should I put like sticker across it with the person's name? Is that helpful?
So how are you going about it?
I'm just starting to organize. Like, so this is a person.
Because then
We're organizing them less out here because we don't know the order they're going to come in. Unless this is necessary space, I'm rearranging it on the shelves.
are you going from top down though?
I'm starting at the top down.
Because then my idea and how I did it last time, I didn't clear out this clutter. Is I was just gonna go left to right, up top down on this table.
I'm doing a little bit like that, but if it's single items, then I'm more likely to bring them out here. And then keep the shelves for some of the bigger lots of people.
Okay.
Just because you can't, like, they don't pick up in this order.
I know.
So if that's organized like this, then it can become, just, I mean, it's all going to be
We managed
chaotic
it okay
regardless.
last time because then you just pick out one of their items and you spot the pile and you're like, all right.
Yeah. But just so...
I'm not. It's all good. I'm not.
It's just so far there's one person here. I've only got one.
Caleb. Oh yeah, you got
No,
the
he's at
utensils out.
eight.
You got the
But that person is out here because that's just a single
you
lot.
got the
So
utensils out.
It's just right here.
The carousel is buried. That's on that second lower shelf there. That's one I don't think they're coming for. Let's see.
The carousel? Well, it's still unpaid,
Yeah,
so.
$1 unpaid is suspicious.
Although I feel like I know that person, Diana Galligan.
Diana Olsen is the reseller that we know.
Yeah. So I just did Jane Agosta. She's got the dog stuff in the closet organizer.
Okay. Yeah, she'll definitely come. Your
Yeah.
cross-load couplings. Your couplings are in one of these. I just saw them
Yeah,
earlier.
because all the tools were together in
Yeah.
the front there. So that's just an individual thing. So can leave that for now. The air travel crew case. That's an obviously easy one to find.
But I haven't seen that one yet today.
It's back here. So I'll just. The London didn't sell. Then the CD tower and the Decline duffel bag. I'm gonna put those together on the same shelf
All right.
as the dog person. That's 2 lots on that shelf. The record lot, Darcy Beaudry.
That sounds familiar. Is that one of your
Can
friends?
it? No. The record lot.
I think it might have been in one of our return buyers.
Yeah, only spent $3. Got some good stuff.
I think he might be that garage guy.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I don't know. That name sounds very familiar. The 8X record lot
Yeah.
and my salve and the plate are on one of these 2 shelves here. Yeah, like that style of smaller lot I would put on the table.
The record lot and stuff?
Yeah.
Sure. So this is something we rarely bought with this record storage. It's funny, I didn't think I did it all the time, but I do it all the time. When I'm talking between you and Billy, and I'm like Billy and Bailey, and I always call Billy Bailey.
Oh, so yeah. One of my good friends in high school was the same. Like his name is Billy. People would do it with us all the fucking time. Billy and Bailey. I'm like, it should be different enough, and we were totally different people.
What do you think?
You think, and then the amount of people who get my name wrong it's insane. I know it's a little weird, but still feels like a pretty average Caucasian name. You know, Barry and Barney and Billy and Barley. I get every fucking name under the sun. Narang, Nargan.
Decorative.
Cable slightly in reverse so you don't walk. Oh, excuse me. You looking at Adams, the dovetail in the pot?
Not there yet. I gotta move this big ass painting out of here.
Yeah, which one?
It's just one person got this. I'm also trying to find out who won this lot of floral stuff. I didn't figure that out.
I'll have to look it up right now.
Yeah, So what? It's like you just stop taking shitty art. Eh?
Yeah, I think I'm like trying to process. Like, there's got to be some sort of art society we can donate it to, so that people can just like reuse the canvas. Like maybe an arts charity that we're just like, yeah, just take all these canvases and reuse them, paint them white.
Yes. It's just like that's work to take them.
Make them come here.
No, I mean, but to take them out of a place.
I agree, but then if we're not worried about putting them in selling condition, that's mostly about using condition.
Yeah.
The faux floral arrangement is with the Golden Swan ceramic lamp.
Is it? But no, I think it's a different one. It's this one. That's that. It's the faux enlarged hammered metal vase.
What did you call that? Floral arrangement. What did you call that?
I don't know. I also thought.
I can't.
Search faux. Maybe it was like faux flower or something.
Like flower, yeah.
Oh, it went for $14. That table. That's pretty good. Oh, about that.
Large lot of faux flowers and arranging accessories is Les Wasiak on page 15.
Oh yeah.
And Les is someone that's your old,
You know that person.
it's your old alley neighbor, right?
No. No, but who is that?
But we know that name. He's been here before.
Yeah. A lot of stuff. Oh, they got that bit set. That was a good bit set.
Yeah.
That is a really, really nice bit set.
I know.
Considered keeping it, but it was complete. And I was like, this is going to get like $40. Over under 20. And this stupid piano art didn't sell.
This is again me trying to understand art better. Why, like that one, I would have presumed is not worth much money. What makes you think that's worth money?
Oh, I just think somebody might like it. Maybe a couple bucks for it.
All right, fair enough.
Like, it's not garbage.
You know, garbage, but I don't know what else to get at.
Like, I don't think it's nice. But,
Okay. I wouldn't have bothered to make it an individual lot, put it that way.
but I feel like you have to, because people don't want to buy bulk of things. Because, like, they don't want 10 things.
You don't want 10 paintings, yeah.
You know, that's why it's like, you
Like-
can do bulk, but you actually just have to do more, like, just take risks on individual items. Because you're gonna, like, deter people from buying things if it's too much.
I agree. I think there's a trade-off there, yeah, for sure. Not one I would put by the dumpster, though.
This one?
All
Go
due
put it by the
respect.
dumpster?
I would say so. You can't use the canvas. It's a piece of wood. It's toasty Magoo.
So the person that bought those clothing racks is the person that bought the melamine table.
Oh shit.
So I'll bring the clothing racks back over here. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I thought you wanted to break them down though. That's why I put them over there.
Well, I was gonna put them outside and just actually set them back up. But now that I know that it's with this table, I'll just put them there.
Yeah, he's the guy who bought the table, and the magazine rack, and the stained glass. What?
Which magazine that?
The solid wood one, the really nice one.
This one. Is that the person that also bought the floral arrangement stuff?
No, the clothing racks, the portable clothing racks.
Right.
Alice Chang.
Yeah, just like them to be able to see how it's disassembled. Who bought the guitar stand?
Like the multi one? The multi?
Yeah.
David Bustard. They got the slide projector storage, the cardioid mic, and the Walkman.
The Discman?
Yeah. For a buckaroo only for that, unfortunately, though.
For the Discman?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, Discman didn't have much competition. I was surprised. It's cost and it was good condition. I was surprised.
That was...
All the other tech got enough notable attention. That one, I guess, just got passed over.
What? That is upsetting.
I do agree.
I won't put one of these in next time.
Why? Because you want it?
No, just because you could take that to a market, $20 any day.
I agree.
If not more, right? Like if it works, it's joggable, it says. I can't believe that. $1.
$1. Yeah, this guy got a steal. This guy spent like $9 and got a bunch of shit.
Right on.
He's one of the better. One of the winners.
So we're not going to on the street.
Yeah, good variety of buyers. Yeah, the Shane. Shane House, who got your RC car and a couple other things. He's one of my friends. I'll take that away if you want to make sure. If you can remember
Can
that.
you take that away today?
If you want me to, but
Just to get it out of here?
if you want, yeah.
Yeah?
He's my friend who's an eBay seller. So Tycho, the old Samsung, the micro cassette recorder, the hair dryer, and vases.
Oh, he got the hairdryer?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Okay.
he was in on the cameras before, but I know he set a max bet, so if he lost them, he just lost them and stepped away.
So you'll have to keep going over that and get it completely back.
Vases first, I would say. Vases RC.
Those freaking vases.
So
Those. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I might do this freaking job. These Cafe Bistro cups.
I don't think so, but that's.
Okay.
I have the laptop on this. Cell phone. I'll check your bistro cup. So cell phone and a cassette recorder for him after.
6X espresso cups is the name of the lot.
$1. $1. Let's see who got them. Let me just remember. I need to get the cassette recorder for Shane Espresso. Who got? Lydia
Yeah, she bought a lot of stuff.
Kiskira. Yeah. Good variety. That's very specific though. It's got to be an actual home buyer.
Oh, she got that DVD player for $2. We're not putting this stuff in next time. It's hurtful. I will.
I feel like the tech is like a gamble, like the tools. Like I could, if we're really going to amalgamate, then the tech mostly I would put on eBay and sit on it for a year to two, and then auction it if it sits around too long. It would be my preferred method for tech.
Yeah.
Because there is a whole market for that.
You already have this. Oh yeah, this is already here. The driveway roller. So this is this woman who got the driveway roller.
And I just need to change vases after that.
Yeah, they're behind the espresso cups.
Alright.
But you'll need some sort of a box for them. Or maybe packing supplies. They look pretty delicate. He wants decorative stuff. Is it's for decoring his own house or something?
No, reseller, eBay seller.
But for vases?
Yeah.
Are these vases?
Yeah.
A successful eBay seller?
Yeah. It's just he sells like about $5,000 a month on eBay. But he does it full time. He does the same style of how we critique the clothing sellers, but he does the same spectrum as us. But still, he goes to pick at liquidation stores and whatever he can get his hands on. Sells everything, but goes through it all with fine-tooth comb.
He creates content too?
Not really. He would like to, but
Yeah.
not as savvy and comfortable with it.
I'm just like, do any of these have resale value on eBay?
They do, surprisingly. And when you do just the volume and just the eBay, then he just focuses on like trying kind of much more Jeremy-esque. Just very focused, streamlined. Okay, I got 5 vases, I'm gonna list these with 5 other video games or 5 other things today. And there you go, I got 15 a day, and that 15 a day adds up to X amount a week.
Right, and then you just have the inventory for eventually kind of sells.
Yeah. And if it doesn't sell, then he goes, hey, here, barely, do you want it? You want to auction this? This is actually perfect for us.
It's locked.
Set the camera and then also give you space. And then I did a video game stream last night, which was fun.
Yeah, what was that Gundam? What was that?
Well, that was me watching Gundam.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was like, is that a video game?
No, it was me watching Gundam. I didn't share the game because I wanted to make sure we were locked in first. I will next time, but it's funny enough, the most popular video game on the internets right now, at least one of them, it's a drug dealer simulator. It's called Schedule 1, and you start like you have your own operation. You start off like from an RV, and then you get a motel room, and then you got like a pot of soil, and then you add fertilizer and growth hormone. You plant your little weed seed, then you start selling weed, and then eventually you like level up. You start like cooking meth and like making cocaine.
How long does that take?
How long does it take?
Yeah, like how far did you get?
Like we just rented out. We got our 3rd property and rented out a barn to start our cocaine operation. So we went through like becoming successful weed dealers. So we got the entire town hooked on meth, and then we're starting to grow coca plants so that we can process it into bricks.
Nice.
And you like rack up like you can get like your own like botanists, and you can get employees to like staff the system for you, but then you need to manage your funds.
And so what if it's like you lose the game if you get busted or something like that, or you can't lose the game?
You can't really lose the game. You can kinda. You can run out of money and shit, but even if you get busted,
There's no like territory gang wars.
they're
or-
hoping to add like it just released. Like
Right.
this guy, like it's like a single guy. That's the whole drama because there's all these like multi-million-dollar companies releasing video games, and this single guy in Australia, his name's Tyler, and he owns Tyler Video Game Studios, just released this wacky video game about simulating drug dealing.
Everyone's loving.
And he's probably made $5 million in like the past week of just coming up with creative idea.
Well, yeah, all the time that went into that, but yeah, like releasing it
Yeah.
and got that much interest.
Yeah. That's like top seller on Steam right now. But so I would say the easiest way to describe to a non-gamer is scratches the same itch as The Sims. You're playing like a simulator. You're kind of running around and doing all the maintenance, and that's kind of what got you going.
You want to use this box?
These kind of fit fucking. This bulbous one is the only one. Okay, fine.
This
Give
might
me
be a
that
good one
box.
too.
Yeah, give me that box.
It fell down. It was falling.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah, so fun little go. Interesting to see. The interesting critique is that the business of it is like similar. It's going. The gaming industry is now going through what the music industry went through, kind of. And now these small teams of like 10 people or one guy or like 5 guys are releasing games that were made out of passion and at their core are very enjoyable.
Right.
And they're outselling Assassin's Creed, which is made by a billion-dollar company that has studios across the world. And so this little guy with a very effective idea is able to actually reach audiences in a much more effective way than the multi-billion-dollar companies just dumping money into projects.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like there's like a certain respect for people that do that. That's like, yeah.
It's respect, and then the larger critique is like video games now, like the big ones are all, it's like live service, and how can we charge you for costumes, and how can we upcharge you for this, and oh, there's a monthly season, you better buy your monthly pass so that you get all the bonuses, versus this guy offers a video game that he'll update regularly, but it's a one-time payment of $20, and that's it. You're getting a game that he sold you. You're not getting all these bells and whistles that you constantly have to pay more money for.
Yeah. Yeah.
But just PR brain is intrigued more so than anything. I have this chair over here for now. So do you have a method to this madness right now, or should I just let it pattern putter?
Yeah, just as I'm trying to like create the invoice, there's like stuff in the way. But so there's this black chrome tableware goes with all this stuff here. That's
And the saws. No more saws.
what?
No auction saws.
I can't believe that saw. Those were saws. Those were hack saws.
That's like our 4th saw attempt, though. I'm kind of, that's where I'm not grumpy about it. I'm just over trying to sell fucking saws.
Bro. Don't watch that. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I just can't believe it. I also think I would do the same. I would look at those and go, yeah, they're $10 each. So it adds up. It should be worth it. Just apparently no one fucking wants to buy hand saws. Everyone's got too many DeWalt oscillating saws in their pocket now, I guess.
I guess. So then this pair of small abstract paintings. is all this. There's a lot right here. Just missing the large sunset landscape part.
So just logistics wise, why does this one get put out on the table and not on the shelf?
Because you can't put that lamp on a shelf.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
The lamp will hold. This is with this. I don't know about the saws yet, but this with this and that. I don't know who bought the saws. That lot didn't
Oh, those
come
were
up
just at the front, that's why I had them.
yet.
I might leave you to Patty Potter's time then.
Yeah, you could.
It feels like I might just be getting into the two of us.
Yeah. So I know that Billy already has a bunch of stuff down here. Like he bought this, and he bought this. So I'm gonna just excavate what got sold off of that in this shelf area to just have his stuff down there, and then he'll come and pick up like later this week. What do you want to set up the Christmas trees? No. Because this is going to be a great shelf to have available.
You just set them up against the fence is what you're thinking?
Yeah. Just put them out there and fuck it.
Let me put this shit, I'll put the stuff in my car and then I'll set up the Christmas trees.
Did you get all the stuff from your buddy's invoice?
Yeah,
I can't believe this sold for $15.
I know.
Are you cheesed? I'm sorry.
No, I'm not cheesed.
That's good.
I am a little disappointed, but I'm not like mad about it.
So knowing that, how much would you sell this other one for?
I would probably just still try it again. Just let it rock again in the next one.
But how much do you want to get for this?
Man, I think that I would want at least 50, and I think you could reasonably sell it for like 100 and 120 bucks.
So if I wanted to hang that in my kitchen, I'd give you $50.
Yeah, or less because it's you. You could give me 40 bucks because it's you.
I'll take some pictures and show it to Emily. I feel like that should be
If it's
our,
you, then
our
40
kitchen.
bucks.
That should be our kitchen.
They are. They're beautiful. I love them.
They're weird with the globe. I feel like that's unnecessary, but I guess because it's so exposed underneath there.
Yeah. On top of the light dispersion.
So this is the base for that.
Yeah, and I'll take this stuff up to the car first. I'll set this up. I'm gonna put it near the like beaver pallets.
Yeah, exactly. And, like no one's gonna steal it. When they do, whatever. I guess maybe a scrap metal person might try to take it.
Whatever. If you want to, go
But
ahead.
I could care less.
You got a zip tie or anything?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go nuts. I'm just gonna hook it up to something so they don't blow around. So yeah, I'll set these trees up. I'll do my list and then I'll probably scoot then. I just wanted the place to be navigatable for us and buyers.
Yeah. I think this is great. You're gonna give whoever bought this like a hard time. You're gonna get them to go buy us beers.
Yeah. Yeah, tell him that it's his fault you lost the bet.
Yeah, and now you owe beer.
At the very least, you owe me a follow on Instagram. So you
Yeah.
shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah. If you also want to, I have your thing over here. I don't know if you want to like put it together at all. Your little blue lettering kits to put something at the front here.
Sure.
Because I
maybe
feel
I'll do
like
it quick.
we're just gonna have like
I'll do it.
people come in, right? This will be cleared up. I will like move this box and stuff, so they can stand right here, and they can sign up. And while they're standing here, they can be like, "Whoa, this is amazing."
Okay, so I'll do the Christmas trees. I'll do my lettering. I'll get my butt out of here. That works with me. Okay. Christmas trees.
Did your friend buy this iron? No.
No. We got all the front stuff. Just I'll double check. Phone, recorder, Tyco, vases, hairdryer. Yeah, we got everything.
another pretty decent month of Bazaar so far.
Good. I like to hear that.
22 items. Averaging. I mean, this is grossly skewed because of the jacket, but averaging $30 an item. Because that jacket was $200.
Okay. So that skews it a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a touch. That's still good though. It's still
Um,
what we want to be seeing.
yeah, so it's like already paid for rent this one. It was great. So ideally, if you could get Bazaar up to a point where you could cover the cost of this space with that. Like if you could make $2,000 a month of Bazaar.
I just don't think it's doable.
Yeah, I've been shocked at the volume of stuff that I've been selling, and a lot of that like just clear glass stuff for $5.
And just
Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you saw those things that I got from Helena, but they're like,
Yeah.
they're those floral, they're like star plates,
Yeah.
but they're like a flower. It's like a rounded 5
Yeah.
thing. A pair of those, $9. Within a week. It's like a cutesy.
Just the stuff that we also it's gonna go for $1 in auction, so you may as well.
I wouldn't have even been surprised if those are from Dollar.
Yeah.
But they're cutesy enough, and somebody sees it in the moment is like, that's under $10. Wow, I can't even get a bunch of bananas
Yeah.
for $10.
No, I don't disagree with the logic. I just don't know about the $2,000 reliability. Like maybe if like our formats keep functioning here and we just pump in the $10 items.
Yeah, I mean, if you can just really process that many, like, although I also sold some things this month that have been in there for over a year,
Yeah, that's
and I was like, wow, I can't believe I finally sold this. I was literally about to like
give up and take them out. Yeah.
smash it. I don't know, whatever I'm gonna do. But I'm so tired of something. So, I mean, again, it's like doesn't have to be that much, of course, because that's not. You never made that much, so why start now?
Yeah.
Like being more particular about what clothes go in, and then yeah.
Well, it's like given how things are working, it's like likely we integrate eBay stores so we could put electronics and some of the more like if we comp it and we see there's high demand, then it goes on eBay instead of into auction.
Yeah.
Keynote clothes goes into Bazaar, and the rest of the clothes just go to fucking Trinity and take it. Or
Trinity
donate.
and donate. Like
Yeah.
like don't spend too much time.
No.
on
I don't even
clothes.
think we should like bother bringing them to Sunday Variety because there's already so much clothing competition there. We may as well stick with our weird stuff.
Yeah.
Unless
you can
it's
bring
like
a few pieces.
Yeah, unless it's like fur jacket, like a $300 fur jacket type shit.
Like there's something like, you know, I have this corduroy suit at Bazaar, and it's too like it would do better at the Sunday Variety.
Something like that, but I would be like 5 pieces. Like keep it
Yeah.
minimal and simple.
Yeah.
Like these are our highlights. So it is a shorter story. Unless it's switched out, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. Don't do that quick, I'm not in a rush.
You think you can guess it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can guess what that is.
He thinks he can guess what this is. Alright. I'll bet you a 6-pack of beer.
It's a typewriter.
What?
It's a typewriter.
Well, I don't know if I want to take this bet anymore.
That's why I wasn't gonna make you take that bet.
Hold on, come on, we can take the bet. What?
Buy me the 6-pack then.
What?
It's a typewriter.
Bro.
Ah! Okay, I'll take the bet.
Look at this.
There, we're even on 6
Look
packs
at
there.
this. It's a little busted a bit.
It's funny that they put it in a typewriter pack. Oh, that's real busted. I can eBay parts this.
That was my thought. Right?
Yeah, I can add these to eBay parts.
Is that the cutest thing or what?
Damn, that's ancient.
Right?
5300. I think that's its competition, the Windows 98 era.
She said it was the first one.
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
This guy's probably expensive too. This little.
Yeah. She's like, I don't know what to do with my own computer. I was like, we will.
I'll take it. I'll put
We'll
it
do
in.
it.
Let's
We
eBay.
we can cannibalize it.
Yeah.
Take them
I might
apart.
not even need to cannibalize that one. I should be
Yeah.
able to just sell it broken on eBay.
Yeah.
Stone is laughing at us. Yeah, I was wrong, Stone. He has a 5300 series, like first edition MacBook. Yeah, it wasn't a typewriter. I was wrong. It's a typewriter box, though. I know that.
I mean, I didn't even. You think?
that
No, I
jetliner,
think it's like.
yeah, that jetliner, and
This
then that's
stuff?
all the accessories, and
I
that's
see.
why it's lined. You have the typewriter, and there's all the stuff that you need to put.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I think I thought it was a typewriter originally too.
Here, it's an ancient MacBook, but those jetliner cases. those
Tricky.
The jetliner cases are for typewriters.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like this. I just want to like cut that out and make a little button.
I like it. Yeah, I'll be able to sell that for parts. Yeah, that thing is ancient stone. I'm building Christmas trees outside. I wish I had a little bit more cable for both the mic and the webcam. I would totally bring it out there. We got 2 Christmas trees we weren't able to sell, and it's just like we're kind of sick of them, so I'm just setting them up in the back by the trees as if they're real trees. See if anyone notices.
Billy bought this.
Billy bought the bag boy.
Billy bought the bag boy.
Oh, yes. Thank God.
Billy bought the bag boy. He was like, and I bought that, and I was like, you're the person who put $1 bid in at the very last minute.
Thank God.
You got a
I
lot of
wonder if
stuff
he was
in there.
watching the stream about me freaking out about it.
I don't think he was.
And as long as it's gone.
I was, but I was just like, that's so funny.
Someone take the bag boy. I can't believe.
Back in there.
If he was eBay comping them, that's on eBay. It's a decent amount of money, but I'm not shipping that. I don't want to fucking pack that into a box and ship it. If he wants to eBay it, got power to him, make the money. I don't want to deal with
Yeah, I
that.
don't think he is.
That's a
I
bitch.
think, you know what he likes to do? He takes his stuff and then he trades it on pals,
That one just.
and he gets better trade value
Then
than we get cash, which is actually kind of makes sense because
Yeah.
you can kind of always.
It's an antique. It's one of the first golf carts ever made, but I'm like, I fucking can't keep dragging this thing around. money just to have Christmas trees set up, and they look like they're matching.
Right.
Alright, an even more ancient Christmas tree. This is the one that my Broke family had when we were kids. This one will take me a bit longer, but this was the Broke Boy one. It's the wooden Christmas tree that you gotta like slot in all the pegs.
He also bought the tripod.
Cool. But yeah, stoned auction pickup will be tomorrow, and we'll have the camera on probably far left corner here so you can see all the people walk in and us picking the orders. Probably won't be talking to camera that much. I'll probably have that on screen too.
But it'll be live.
Yeah.
And we'll just tell people.
I'll have it live, put a sign on the door, say it's live, either that or I was thinking we just go a little punk with it and just leave it on and just don't acknowledge the chat in this thing as much and just have it running.
I mean, I think that's
Well, it's pushing it.
fine.
It's pushing it. It is pushing it.
This has other decorations.
Yeah, it has other decorations in it.
From that same house?
Yeah.
Oh.
Do we want to try to set aside like a Christmas deco lot otherwise?
We have it. We have it. Like, there's a bunch of Christmas stuff, so we can leave that separately. Unless we want to decorate or put this shit outside.
No, I think it's just bunching in with the
No
rest
one's
of the
gonna,
Christmas shit.
no one's gonna
Yeah.
steal it. If it's fully Christmas deco outside and they just
Came and took it fully prepped.
oh man, that would have been amazing. So you just have an outdoor area where it's just covered with all the thrown away discarded Christmas stuff. It would look amazing. It would be so like sad but beautiful.
I agree.
It'd be like this what's supposed to be really cheerful. Then what you look at is like the alternative, like the reality of Christmas.
Until it
It's just like people just get a ton of stuff and then they throw it out.
Yeah.
The amount of waste that happens the
'Cause
day
of
after, like
Christmas.
the weeks
Oh,
after
yeah.
Christmas.
Even
All these
real
trees thrown
trees.
out, ornaments thrown out. Like people just amass it, they store it, they forget where they stored it, or that they even stored it. They buy new
Yeah.
at the next Christmas, and then they just like throw it all out.
Just get rid of it.
It's insane. You could just have a Christmas warehouse where you just sold like Christmas decorations.
Yeah. Yeah. You could totally.
You're crazy.
Oh yeah, probably. Sorry, go ahead.
I had the thought with Tide today is that the service aspect nature of this business is remove managers. That's what this is like. We manage moves. And what that entails, like that's the residential service. So it's like, you know, people don't just downsize; they're always moving, and it's like the downsizing is a process of the moving, and then there's all the different stages of that, which are the variety of services that we offer, which then sustain like our side hustles.
I do kind of agree, but then we end up getting into more chaotic renting, moving vans, etc., etc.
Yeah, I mean, but that would be like, I think as a service to provide, like when I'm pitching people what I do, is
Yeah.
like I'd come in, I'd be like, oh, we'll manage this move. We'll coordinate a truck, we'll get all that done, and get paid like $5,000.
Like I don't hate it, but I think with all of our other facets, it's not within our capacity.
But I think it's kind of like how the auction downsizing business is like the foundation of it. It's like the move managing becomes a foundation that we don't do the moves. Like we're not the strong arms. I'm on site, like coming up with a plan, a list of how people prepare to move into a new space, and you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. So you're talking like future, not.
Yeah, it's not immediate. Like again, this is still running, but like, if I had a card that I made right now, I'd put like move managing, like some sort of thing like that.
Yeah.
Moving services, but it's around the management, because that's when you're just like you're helping people navigate it and come up with the best plan to like downsize.
which I like don't disagree with. I just think it adds. I think it's a lot right now as we're trying to focus on getting other income sources stable. But I think in terms of long term, it would be beneficial, and then we can just rent a truck and call our friends that are labor.
We'd have like a team. And I think it's like that's the way you reach the real volume, because like if we're getting Chris estates 4 times a year, you know, that sustains a bit, but then we're really reliant on these other things. And when Jeff's talking about like the services, like we need to be getting paid more on the service end and not just on the product.
Yeah.
And so in like that route,
Yeah.
that's why it's like you're a junk removal company, you're a move management company. That doesn't mean anything. All it is that it presents it to people that's like more digestible. Because it's like, oh yeah, there's a ton of different aspects of move management. And what we do, and we still just do this stuff, but it's like a nice umbrella term that I think people are like, oh, okay, I could use you in several different ways based on what I understand moving to be. If we're telling we do auction services, they're like, oh, well, we don't really want to do an auction, or that's complicated. But we're like, move management, oh, you're moving, and you have all this stuff that you don't want to sell, or that you don't want to bring with you?
Yeah.
This is how we would manage this specific one where we have an auction.
I need to digest that one a little bit. I have no issues with it. I just at what stage to implement it. I think like right now it's a little like we should stick with your downsizing consultancy.
Yeah.
And offer similar, and then once we're stable with rent covered on our facilities, and then we add it on as like, okay, you know what, we do full move management now, but I just really like.
Well, we couldn't do it right now, for sure.
We're really barely holding it together, you know what I
But
mean?
in terms of like what we were talking about yesterday, of how you pitch it to people, like what you can do.
Yeah.
And like that's kind of what you can tell people, and they're like, what does that mean? And then you're like, well, what's your situation? And I'll tell you what it means.
That's
and
why
that's
I'm
what you
okay
want
with
there.
it ultimately.
But
I think it makes sense there. I do agree there.
That like clicked for me today, because I'm like going to meet this woman. I'm like, what am I saying? Little did I know it's all already finished. So there's nothing there.
I think the downsizing and ethical junk removal, because then it filters out. We want the wealthy clients for that, and then otherwise the ethical junk removal hits the commercial clients.
Yeah, which she bought, because that's what I told her.
Yeah.
And then I was like, you know, that's why I can come in this stuff that's junk. It says you don't want to deal with it, you can't sell it. I'm not going to sell it for you, but I'll come and take it away. Now, how do I charge you like $50 for that?
Yeah.
And that was the thing, like I took away a bit of stuff today for no charge. Because I'm like, oh, what's the value of this stuff? I'm going to sell it.
Yeah, and
If they say no, am I willing to walk away?
Yeah, well, it should be. At our scale, it should be that. Okay, I'm gonna stuff these all on outside. This is gonna need a bigger bitch inside. Get home in time to ship me day. I don't know. Double check my post box. Post. Okay, I got you set now. Okay. Infantry too.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where you'd find the World War II cup?
World War II. What?
The standard issue travel cup?
Hello, baby. One of these shells. Baby, and up here.
Oh, that? So that's small, eh? Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So it's so cute.
Yeah, it was their traveling for their like.
That it
Pack
looks
out
way
boots.
better in person.
Yeah. I sat on it for a while.
It expands? Like what is?
Yeah, it's like a collapsible cup. That's what you get in like your lunchbox if you're like a paratrooper type shit.
It just goes that big.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you're in the field. That's all you're gonna get.
Interesting.
You drink your little water, your
Where
little
did you
tea.
get this from?
Fran. That's an Alberta pick.
But you brought it back this time?
Previous trip.
I'm back. I got a deal.
Yeah. Trees are up.
Yep. That one looks so janky.
Good thing it didn't sell because there's no top.
Oh yeah? Yeah, there's no poxy. It's supposed to be tough.
It looks, oh man, it reminds me of being broke. There's the one that we had when I was a kid, that shitty one. I remember like every year you'd sit down and have to try to remember which branch goes in which fucking slot.
So we got
Thought I got something over.
Army of Two collectible bust.
Yeah, it's in a square box. Should be off that same mill.
Oh, you're gonna work here, right?
Yeah, but I can switch over by laptop.
Whatever. Just gonna move this stuff.
That hand me that the.
Which one?
Yes. Well, put it with the back. Nice. Apologies. Bad communications.
toys didn't sell, eh?
No, and I'm surprised.
Are you gonna try to eBay them?
I think I'll toss them up as one big lot. If you want me to take them out now, I can.
Yeah, I'm just moving them out of that zone.
I'll throw them on my thing, and then if they don't sell, then I'll just get rid of them. Yeah, it's a lot quicker than I thought. I need an eye. Oops. Need one eye and then
Should we keep this bag? This
is
thing's
good.
bag?
what else? What's in it?
What's the record just
I think so. Yeah, maybe. I'm gonna say no. I think we're hoarding. I think we're.
Just let it go, right? It's like it's not working.
Just let it go. This is the right brand to consider it in the future, but we got enough shit.
Somebody paid $1 for this lot of records. They got the Canada Centennial decorative glass plate for $1, and the Watkins Petro Carbo Style.
Yeah, that was the less or whatever. I was looking at that earlier.
That's Darcy Beaudry.
Darcy, yes, Darcy. Which I think is one of our return buyers.
Oh, this is yours.
Maybe it's mine. Oh, because I got mammoth nuts? No, but it's actually mine. Dude.
You bought it.
No, I didn't buy nothing.
No, I didn't buy nothing. You bought this, bro.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Not when.
It says right here. Failing our game.
Oh, because they brought it back. Okay, then it must have been for Elise. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's a great tin.
Yeah, I guess Elise bought them.
It's a great tin. $10 is a good deal too.
I think I got it for Elise.
Right.
Yeah, me tripping out because I thought it was ours, and then I saw the acorn stamp. I was like, okay.
Alright.
It's like, I didn't buy anything.
I didn't buy nothing.
Yeah, what the fuck? Yeah, I guess I got a little defensive there. I'm covering Mother Teresa for today. She gets a back seat.
Oh, put it on the other side. You can't cover her up, bro.
Oh my god.
Come on, she's watching. She's our #1 follower. Just like God. They're always watching.
Or should I come out with it though? I was thinking
Yeah,
that
yeah,
it was
yeah.
fun.
Can you?
All night.
You want to sit here and do it?
No, it's okay. I'll just do it right quick. It won't take long. I was gonna leave them separate, and then I noticed how tiny space we have available.
Yeah.
Yeah. So otherwise, I'll just be in tomorrow for when's the pickup start? 11.
Ooh.
New. Okay.
Cool.
So,
Before is the option that they gave us, so it's like.
well,
I
don't know.
assume people can arrive as early as like 10, like they do. You know, people are always early.
Yeah, so I'll roll in for 10. When are you gonna be here? What's
I aim to be here for like 10 as
you think so? You were saying later before. That's why.
well. I mean, I'll try. I'd love to.
So I can focus on. How about you let me know, honestly, and like if you're running a bit behind or closer to 11, and I'll go throw up all the signs. Is the only
Right.
concern that I have in that regard.
Yeah, the sounds are fucking idiots.
And they're better to have up as soon as possible for the early birds.
I hate these sounds.
Like the fucking Max Sold ones?
No, just like having to take them up and put them down every time, and it's just so like abstract and not having any really good spots to put them.
Yeah,
Like it's always a struggle.
I found it so funny that they ended up putting on the things that, does it say the back of again? Because it did last time.
Okay, so we're getting pretty good.
No, it
there.
doesn't say the back this time.
Started lot, the decorative. Where's your petrosal in that decorative plate?
Same shoving batch over here. I'm pretty sure it would be in the lower pile, because all the smaller stuff is on the right hand side. There's the petrol south back there. There's your plate. Okay, then yeah, I'll just aim for the 10. I'll be here. I'll start puttering away.
Okay. Bailey also bought the starter logs.
That one's got to be for him, though.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff was just for him. He's like, you know what? I'm going to need to buy that eventually. Fuck it, I'll just buy it now from you guys. I'll save a bit of money.
Yeah.
I was like, I appreciate that.
Well, ideally, we stack up a couple of billies and then.
Yeah. Couple of Billies. Only they could be Baileys.
Yeah.
Ooh. How much is this egg boiler?
That's surprising more. Egg.
Egg.
Egg. $8.
$8. That was all they bought, eh?
It's copper poster. Probably gonna be one of those hipsters that like refinishes pans, I bet you.
I think it's like a woman named Karen.
Karen Saeed. So okay, maybe. Tough call. Saeed is a very multinational name.
Karens are capable of greatness, but they choose to focus on the negative. Oh, those are Nancy's.
Yeah.
Does Karen have like a
Well, like yeah.
adjective?
Well,
Or
Karen
just
is
a
like
Karen
your
is an adjective.
Okay, yeah, you are a Karen.
It's not negative. It's not like negative Nancy. It's not like.
I would argue that being a Karen is worse than being a negative Nancy, though.
Oh, for sure.
That.
It feels like it's more like defining of you forever.
Yeah.
Whereas like negative Nancy is like you're just being that in the moment. When you are Karen, you are.
Yeah, you're asking for managers everywhere.
Let's get to know that like something like this sells for.
Oh yeah, that's a nice piece too. But yeah, just needs a little refinishing too. Okay, stream. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you for popping in. Stoned. There you go. There's the handles. I'm going to do my list on camera with y'all, and then I'm going to scoot on out of here and be back early tomorrow. I'll fire up stream before people come. Start with the puttering. So it's going to be a little less chaotic. We used to run around like maniacs on pickup day at first, but I feel like we've got a bit more of a system down now. And then we both thrive in chaos well, but I could imagine you get the wrong person who really needs to be organized. And like you can do as much prep work as you want, and you're like, okay, I got this ready, I got this order ready, I got that order ready, and then the one person who's last on the list that you didn't prepare is the first one that shows up, and you gotta just panic run.
Could you pull the skirting back a bit for me for a sec? I'm just gonna check this on top of the shot box.
It was like the very first auction we did. I was working with Patty, and we were clearing out one of his garages, and we were both a bit late. We both came like 20 minutes before we were supposed to start, so it was both of our faults. And then I felt so prepared. I was like, great, the garage is fairly organized. And then the first person that came got a heavy box of like 1,000 napkins, which was at the very back of the garage. So even though at first I was like, oh, this is going to be good, I'm totally prepared. Like, of course, the first person that comes, I'm like clambering through shit. I'm like trying to carry this 40-pound box over all the other shit. So it's like one of those lessons of like, you can't over-prepare, 'cause sometimes that's also going to just bite you in the ass. But and I just always think back to that. It was like, it was just so fun. I was like, of course you came. Like, you had to come first of all the people.
One table.
Okay, cassettes for Conrad. I know it is left. I'll look at how many we've got in our little batch right now. I know we've got more hidden here somewhere, but I'm not gonna. I don't want to rip anything apart. Oh, Rage Against the Machine, Nirvana, Frank Zappa. Zappa, I guess I'm trying to add too much pizzazz to it.
Yeah. I guess like how it could really fuck up now is because I relabeled everything. All the numbers are like irrelevant.
Yeah, so I'm just trying to go by. That's why I will have the laptop out tomorrow,
And then we'll have to be explaining that to people.
I don't think they'll mind too much. We might get one or two people, but I don't think.
I don't think they'll mind, but someone could be like, "Oh, is this mine or is this not? Is this the cardiac arrest mic?" Yeah.
Yeah, it's the cardiac arrest.
OEM Sony original. Slide projector.
I did a slight amount of research because I got curious, and that small little Sony mic is for one of those voice memo tape recorders. It's 6 empty, so I know we got more somewhere else, but I'll send them that for now. Send them that, send them that. Getting I found a trading card shop and sports card shop out near here that I'm going to try to visit for next week. I'm going to DM them first to see if they buy stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get a card guy on hand because I come across enough that I need somewhere that I can just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Like say that 1993 hockey card lot that I had in the auction before, right? They're like $1 a piece a card. But me selling them individually on eBay, $1 a piece. It's way too much labor time. And then clearly our auctions, they didn't have attention. So I'd like a place that I can go to the guy and give him the box and be like, even if he gives me $25, because I know he can quadruple his value. I don't have the market for these. It's going to take me forever. Be honest with him that I'm a reseller. Be like, I'll come back with 20 more. You want to give me $20 for this?
Yeah, I wonder where's the place to track for that.
I don't know. I saw one of my buddies who does collectible cards and posted some guy up near Lakeshore, Islington. So
That's close enough.
that's what I figured. It's on the way here. And there's a friend that I trust, so I'll see if he has good taste or not. And if not, I'll have to cold call some people. So I've got a bunch like that that are not worth throwing out, but not worth listing on my behalf.
Stop, baby. You know what I would do? With all this art that doesn't sell, I'm just gonna go put some screws in the fence. Just to hang all this fucking unwanted art. Right? Like it's gonna end up in the dump.
You know,
How cute would it look?
Either that, either our fence, or you do like, or you relook at graffiti days, or you go down by the duck place, and you just slowly start sleeping with like one piece of art a day on like a tree with the ducks.
That'd be funny.
Or just all the duck
But that to me feels more like littering. Because I'm like, if it falls, then I'm responsible for it, you know, and if it gets damaged.
So leave the puppies in? I was gonna throw the puppies
I
out.
mean, they would like, just leaving them on the top of the fence, like behind the tree. It would look
Do that, and
cool.
I'll throw out the stand, so there's no deal. I'll get off street and move it.
That's a good one. I buy that one. I take art just to hang it on a fence.
I love it, but and the place is gonna get demolished.
Well, that's it. It's like it's cutesy.
May as well.
Or like unwanted mirrors. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Like a ton of mirrors.
Just slowly sticking them.
Oh man, abundance of stuff, bro.
That's yeah, I'm not super stressing, but we gotta just get rid of stuff and like, we gotta just immediately pump into the next one, I think.
Yeah.
Personally, just don't dilly dally and just go.
Yeah.
Keep the momentum rolling type shit.
Just, yeah, I guess let some stuff go. Just let it go.
We got so much in here still. I can clear out another 30 lots from my locker too.
Yeah.
And just fucking.
Yeah. Get it.
I think we got all the shit on this.
I got a bunch in the north garage.
Yeah. The north garage, we got all this, and just immediately transfer over. And then I think anything, like, I really love the idea of cycling through it, right? So that if we can maintain keeping these empty, then when you do go to that lady's house, you just throw it here, and we know that's going to get processed. These
Well, so
shelves are
all this
getting
shelf can
processed.
turn into that, no
That's
problem.
what I'm hoping. Yeah.
And so then, as it stands, it's like this is the auction,
Yeah.
and this is the auction, and then that's well, it has to be processed next. Other than those, I'd like decide what to do with stuff like is that eBay staying up there?
I would
What's
love
on
to
top
make
there?
like the top half. I would love to make it eBay if possible.
I think we might end up needing it all for the auction. So then
because I can go hide in the corner even. I don't need a
we might be
lot
able to
of
like convert
space.
this, like one of these, and so like processing,
eBay.
eBay.
Okay.
That would be something. But
Yeah,
again, I think eBay you want to have like super organized, or like the bins, like you were saying, where
Yeah.
just like this is bin one, this is what's in it, and then you just have stacks of like you could
Yeah.
use all those clear bins, and just have that shelf.
Yeah, and my guy I was talking to, and I talked to other eBay sellers about it, and he was like, meet in the middle of organization. He's like, stop caring so much. Just number them and put it in the bin and number it. Don't sort them between like housing and electronics, and just if it's in bin one, it's in bin one, and then you don't have to fucking just don't worry about it.
So I feel like the width of those shelves is perfect for one of these clear bins, and so you could just have like set the heights of the shelves, so it's like you could just stack.
And I've still
Four
got
of those super clean.
I've got stacking drawers for my what I'm using currently still, and I can just talk about the stacking drawers on the top shelf.
Yeah. So that'll be
Just pulling them out.
because this stuff processes pretty quickly because that goes to you, those chairs go into the next auction, and then that's that whole corner thing.
So then I think
That's all my shit. That is like instruments.
I mean, it's just if we can manage to open that up and then eventually get to opening this front up, then it's less of a stress for us to be taking on new stuff because we've got the
And this
fucking
too.
capacity and system. Yeah.
This can go into the next auction.
If you couldn't care, then I would say yes, but
And it's
because
already
there's a chance it goes for
Looks good.
you might get fucked on it.
I
But
thought all my breaks for because it's got the little repair. Unless I do the repair, which if it doesn't happen next week, it's not gonna happen.
that's the thing. If you're okay, if it possibly takes an hour, then I would personally choose to put it in the auction.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, yeah, you're just sitting on it. But it's,
And then that's empty. And then that processes onto this, in through that.
yeah,
This kind of will be
figure that.
sorted.
Yeah, sort of that. Whatever.
I'm just still like working on my own tool chest, which I've never finally done. So it's like getting down to the point where like I know I can be letting go of some more stuff, start creating mine, and then be done with it. Lots of tools, more to come.
Yeah, I gotta figure that out. I should probably take a bit in case Elise takes some of the stuff from a year or two, but that's a problem for later.
Yeah, for me, it's like I just have to determine how much of that work I want to still be capable of doing. I think the answer is becoming like 0.
Of the repair work, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just like,
Or renovation or contracting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Like, you don't even need a chop saw at all, or a table saw. It's like, no. Maybe, I don't know.
I think if we organize better, again, if we just start clearing this fucking place out, then yeah, we can hide the chop saw in the bathroom or something back there.
Yeah.
Then it's fair. I wouldn't keep too many, but a big chop saw is handy. Like, I would just get rid of the fancier refinishing stuff and have just the renovation-based stuff, you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's sold, right?
Yeah, but for like $1. It didn't sell for forever. That thing sold in the last few minutes.
Yeah.
Alright, chat, Stone, everyone, thank you for popping by. I saw that we had a bunch of YouTube viewers, a bunch of other people pop in. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you big time. Getting out of here for today. We will turn the camera on live in here tomorrow. I'll probably set you guys up in the back corner there so you can watch us sort through everything. And it'll just be like, if you've watched those Pokemon card traders, you're kind of just going to watch us hanging out, doing our job, rather than it be such an interactive stream. I'll set up the table mic. I'll get the mics hidden over here so that customers don't necessarily trip over everything and they're not like freaked out. I don't want the place to look like they're rigged up for television, you know what I mean? And we'll see, we'll either do it like punk rock and just not tell them and just leave it on and not address y'all as much, or we'll have a little warning on front that we're live streaming just so they're aware. There's plenty of space right outside the doors of the warehouse here that they could just hang out and it's not a big issue. But I digress. Since we're having a chill one, I'm not going to go through the whole spiel. You know what it is. If you want to follow me, you can check out any of the links in the description. Or the best way to support me is to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're now at 350, and the time that I've been working with Patty, he's seen the grind go up, and I'm very grateful to see the process go. We're at 352 now today, so that's started at like just under 100.
Yeah, that's good.
So Steam's kicking up slowly but surely. The strats are working. If anything, it's a little bit on me because I could be posting more. I should be chopping up more golf videos to post today because those evergreen golf videos, if you check out my YouTube channel, they're my cheat mechanism right now. I get a lot of views. And it's really cool. It's wholesome. I really love saving those lost media tapes of golf that other people wouldn't find, and almost like multiple times a week I get some old guy commenting on my YouTube video like, thanks so much, I never thought I would see this again, I grew up with this, like I really appreciate you taking the time to do this. It's like the most wholesome comments I've gotten out of the content creation period, especially after last night when someone was calling my grandma the N-word. It was a big contrast.
What?
Oh yeah, bro. I have the rage baiters came back again last night, and it's like my whole chat, me and the friends are just like, we get it, but also like we do understand as internet weebs. It's like, okay, some people get a kick out of trying to make you mad, but like to keep coming back and like just being racist and like picking on one guy who's not reacting, it's like, how much of a life do you not have? Like, I'm not personally mad that you're coming after me, but I'm also like frustrated at like, what type of person are you, bro? Like, your life must suck.
Yeah, it's really,
all you do is like hang out and try to get people mad on the internet. Like, wow. But I digress. I'm ending stream, y'all.